Artful Conversations.
I got involved in art was when I was in grade school, like third or fourth grade. I entered a contest for Fire Prevention Week to design a poster for fire prevention. And my city is huge, Gary, Indiana. And I won first place. And I was just shocked. I know, I was so excited. And I was so happy. I thought, oh. So I started loving art. After that, I just kept doing it and kept doing it. After I won that contest, I just felt validated.
Yeah, the confidence that you're an artist.
I felt really good. So that was my
your entry into art.
Winning a contest.
Well, I did not win any contests as a child, but I just have always loved art and making things and doodling and writing on my bedroom walls. And I mean, I did all the things you're not supposed to do with art, but now I've honed it into more successful, appropriate art, and I just love it. Well, I think one of my favorite types of art is just crafting. I love trying new things, making new things, hot gluing, wood burning,
fun,
doodling, painting. I love it all. So, what's your favorite?
My favorite is acrylic painting. I like that the best. I used to do oils, but the chemicals started bothering me, so I switched to acrylic, and now I feel pretty comfortable doing that, so I like doing that. So, what are you working on now?
Well, right now, I would say my crafting has come to a halt because I started teaching full-time at the elementary school. So I see 900 kids a week, and maybe you can tell we're in my classroom right now, and there's just kid art everywhere. So Kid art is my new favorite kind of art.
Well, good. That's good.
What about you? What projects are you doing right now?
Well, I'm actually doing a little tiny painting right now, but I like to do mostly landscapes. I like nature. I love all kinds of nature, so I like to paint that. And then one project I did that I was really happy about. I also like doing murals.
Oh, so small and big.
Yeah, small and big. I did the mural for the Red Rock Center on 4th and Downtown Plaza.
It's beautiful.
And, thank you. And that was community-based, and I liked that because a lot of community members came out and helped paint it, and it was fun. The people just enjoyed it, had a great time, and so it was a wonderful experience.
Well, Nancy, will you tell everybody how you got involved with Going Hog Wild?
Sure. I got involved with Going Hog Wild at the very, very beginning, even before it started. I was talking to Jeff one day, and he was telling me his idea about I'd like to get all these pigs and have businesses buy them and put them all through the county for tourism, these statues. And I thought, what a great idea. This is a great idea for tourism. And so then Jeff said, well, I'm going to just buy a hog statue and then have someone paint it, so that way all the businesses can see what it looks like. I says, that's a great idea. And he says, would you like to paint it? I'm like, okay, sure, I'll do it, and I did. So I painted the first one, and I loved it. Very first one. And I was hooked. So how did you get started?
Well, I saw that you had started painting them, and there was an article in the paper, and it said, calling all artists, looking for more painters to paint pigs, and like 7 different people sent it to me, and they're like, you've got to do this. You love painting, you love drawing. And so I signed up. I think I emailed Jeff and showed him some examples, and he was like, you're hired. Let's go.
Yeah, we're so fortunate you joined on board.
Great. It was fun. So what would you say, like if you had to talk about a couple pigs, what are some of your favorites?
Well, about all the pigs in general, I will say the hardest thing for me was taking a 2-dimensional design and transferring it into a 3-dimensional object. I thought that would be really easy, and it was very challenging as you're going around the big humps of the pigs and the ins and outs, and it's not just,
yeah, it's not just flat like a canvas.
So transferring all that to a 3-dimensional object was very challenging, but very fun. And it kind of got you thinking about how you could do everything. You found little nuances of where you could add little things, and that was kind of fun to do. Another thing I found challenging was if I had to glue something on the pig, it's got to be outdoors. It's got to stay all the time. It's got to be resistant to light, and
so many factors to think about.
Yeah, so all that had to come into play of how to glue things on the pig, which I always thought kind of added something to it too.
So what would be an example of something that you had to glue on?
The crown for Borkhardt Dance Company's pig. I glued the crown, and then another one that hasn't been revealed yet. I glued some things on that one, and it was challenging, but did a lot of research and kind of got it figured out. So.
Right, and I think it adds to the overall look. Yeah. So it's not just a flat painting. on top of something. It's three-dimensional. And I think when the community sees it, like your Borkart one, you said, the tutu on it, like my kids love seeing that one. They're like, oh, there's the tutu pig. Yeah. So it's fun to see that kind of extra stuff that the pigs have too.
So what were some of your favorite pigs?
Oh, I did a lot of pigs, and it's hard to just pick a favorite. Yeah, the one you're doing currently is like, oh, this is the best one. This is my best design. I did a glass tile one, so that was kind of challenging for me. That was the only one that wasn't painted, and I mosaicked these glass tiles on the full surround of the pig. So that took a lot of research and making that look beautiful.
Was it hard to go around all the curved areas with mosaic?
Definitely. Curved. My first tiling job probably should have just been flat square. So starting with this, 300-pound Haake probably wasn't where I should start, but I think it looks good.
Oh, it looks great.
And that one was really fun. But a lot of the painting ones, each business kind of had their own idea.
Yeah.
So that was fun to take what they wanted and kind of add my own artistic flair to it. And they all look a little different, but I think you can tell, like which artist did which. So they kind of have our signature on them without, being specific.
One thing I really enjoyed about the Going Hog Wild project, which is getting to work with the businesses. I thought instead of just doing just strictly what you wanted to do on the pig, working with them to come up with a design for their pig was really fun. It was a very fun thing to do. The businesses were excited. They were so enthusiastic and so happy to work with their pigs.
And then proud that this was standing in front of their business or downtown. And
right.
It was a good representation of what they provide to us. Community.
Yeah, that was the highlight of this whole project. That's so different than other cities that did statues that people painted. Ours was different because we worked with the businesses and they represent the business. And I think that sets us apart from all the other towns in the whole country. Right. And I like that part of it is having it's being very business oriented.
Definitely. Anything else you want to add about Going Hog Wild?
No, it was a great project and it was fun. And
we're just wrapping it up. The last few pigs will be unveiled soon, and we'll have 100 pigs, right?
Yeah, 102.
102. Oh man, we're still birthing pigs. We'll look forward to see those last ones. Well, it's a little known fact that we are 2/3 of the Going Hog Wild committee.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, when I was working with Jeff, when they started doing all the hogs and businesses started signing up and things were happening, artists you had signed up to paint, and we had all these artists signed up. And then I told Jeff, I said, somebody's got to tell the artists how to paint these statues because it's a little different than just painting a painting. And he said, oh, good. You'll be on the committee. Then you can tell the artists, how and work with them. I said, okay, I'll take care of answering artist questions and work with them. Just tell them, this is what you need to do to get this to work and stuff like that, and the sealer and everything. And then we realized we needed more help. It started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people wanted pigs, and it just got to be so
the project was growing.
It was growing. So then I asked you if you want to be on Going Hog Wild because you seem very community minded. She was a great painter, and I thought Ashley would be perfect. And then we didn't realize that you had such great computer skills. That really helped too.
I did become the computer person.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah, I like being organized and making sure people were slotted for when they were going to paint. And the schedules.
And how to contact the artists and contact for them for their businesses they needed. And you had all that on spreadsheets, which I don't know how to do. And it just took a little bit of pressure off Jeff. So that was great having you come on board with all of that,
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't realize how much goes on behind the scenes. They just see the grand unveilings and the sponsors and all the businesses. But there's a lot of hard work that you and Jeff being the business mind behind it and our fundraiser, and he dealt with all the business side of it. So we could just be creative and work with the artists. And
just getting the hogs in the warehouse to paint and then get them out.
The transportation. I mean, Jim and his crew and all the stickers and all the labels and sharing. I mean, there were so many hands involved in this that you don't realize. And being part of the committee, we're just trying to get all our ducks in a row or pigs in a row, I guess I should say.
Yes, it was great having you on board just for another hand to just help get this all going. It was just great because it just grew and grew and
Right, and speaking of growing, now it's a nonprofit. Now it's oozing into murals and other community projects, and music and all the arts. So it's fun to see how it just started with one little pig and one little idea, and now it's county-wide. And
right now it's awesome. Grown to create a nonprofit, Imagine Martin, because we realized, the Going Hog Wild Committee realized that after the pigs are all done, we still want to keep doing art, and there's a ton of things we can be doing in Martin County. And so it evolved into the nonprofit Imagine Martin, which is great. And now we're just going to keep it going, keep the art happening in Martin County. And I think that's wonderful that it's coming.
Yeah, we're going to be known for art.
Yes, yes.
So exciting.